nationalism. If he's a good Muslim or she's a good Muslim, why prevent them from marrying each other? What more do you want than a righteous husband, a righteous wife that comes seeking your daughter? His race, his age, her race, her age. Khadija was how old compared to Rasulullah sallam? Rasulullah how old compared to Aisha? It's not agey, it's not race. And I get this all the time, these questions, where a Khan, especially the Pakistani people, they're staunch in this. If they're not from the family of Khan, you will not ever see my daughter. If you're from Imran, the same race, Pakistanis, but not from Khan, no, you cannot. Because you have to be from Khan to marry my daughter. This is ludicrous. Haram. Again. Ease the situation. The hadith says, Yassiru wa la ta'assiru. Make things easy and do not make things hard. Bashiru wa la tanaffiru. Give the glad tidings of ease and do not make people scared of the deen of Islam by making them turn away. Islam is beautiful. Don't taint it with your custom, your tradition, your belief. Your belief is not counted here. What is counted is Islam and no other. And be very vigilant of your children. We're in the 21st century. The age of evil. The age of conspicuous sexual promiscuity. To the extent where you see it, wallahi, in the streets, as the minor sign of the hour is exposed before our very eye. And it was told to us, wallahi. So be very careful. Be very careful. You have children underneath you, or you have trust or responsibility, never delay their marriage. As soon as you see your son or your daughter desiring this, you should be extremely prompt or hasty in taking care of your child. Assist him financially or her financially if they are in need to do so. Don't prevent them and allow them to fall in the abyss of the devil's trap. And it is so easy, wallahi, so easy. You know, in Saudi Arabia, I was there for seven years. I would meet couples that would, come and visit us who are 16, 17 and their wives 15, 14. I'm not saying advise go and marry them up at that age, no. If they're in need, yes. But the couples there were always young when they get married. Always young. But this ideology of no, until she finishes her degree or he finishes his degree, this is gibberish, nonsense, un-Islamic, evil, wallahi. No base in Islam for this. We are Muslims, let us wake up. Not allow to prioritize our way, our country, our tradition, our custom before La ilaha illallah. Because you will destroy your family. I hope I didn't get hard on anyone or insult anyone here. Just some advice, because it's not only to Malaysians. Believe me, the Pakistan or the Afghanistanians or the Indians or the Sri Lankans or the Bangladeshis are much, much, much greater in this evil than you are. And I've seen it. But you have a problem here with age. A big problem. A big problem. Because they like their daughters, no problem to become something intellectual and academic, no problem. But don't prevent them from marrying when they want to get married or until they finish their scholarship. This is where the problem is. Sorry, Nazir? Another issue, which you can talk all night about marriage. The price tag, the dowry, 50,000 ringgit or 30,000 ringgit or a nice, late beamy BMW or Merc or what have you. And you can get my daughter then. You can get my daughter. You can buy my daughter if you got that. You know, he uses his daughter as a commodity or merchandise. She can be bought and sold. يا أخي العزيز يا أخوة الأعزاء, when you want to marry your daughter off, is there anything better than the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? That the lesser the dowry is, the more barakah in the marriage. The lesser the dowry, the more barakah in the marriage. So what do you want? To sell your daughter so there can be problems in the future? The lesser the dowry, the more barakah. Because that means you have not sold your daughter, but you have preferred the righteous man, whether he's got money or no money, over the one who's a doctor, professor, engineer, who owns the Hyatt Hotel or the Hilton Hotel, who owns a car yard full of Mercs, Lamborghinis and so forth. Now I want for my husband, my wife, I want for my daughter, what do I want for her? Wallahi, I don't care if the man that comes and approaches my daughter has 3 wives, wallahi. What I look for, the criteria in my perspective, is the criteria of Islam. If he's a righteous man, he knows his deen, he preaches his deen, he understands his deen, and he lives in accordance to his deen, my daughter can be the 4th wife to him. Wallahi, alladhi khalaqa as-samawati wal ard, this is my belief. As long as she agrees, it's not my choice. I can advise, I can never force. If she agrees, I agree to this person. This is the criteria of Islam. No, polygyny and not polygyny and homogyny and monogyny and this and that, and they go crazy and it's in the 15th or the 1st century. Nonsense. Who put it in the 1st century or the 2nd century? Who? Allah did not, you did. We did today. Oh, it's only for the days of Rasulullah sallallahu. Nonsense and garbage. It's a sunnah that is dead because there are no men. No men. A lot of males, but no men. They're too scared of marrying another wife because their wife will become like a monkey, swinging around the house and throwing the cutlery on him. To the extent where men have been thrown out with shoes because he just said it wouldn't be bad if we have another wife in our lives. Alhamdulillah, they're still alive, these people. So look, marriage is in accordance to the Qur'an and Sunnah, not in accordance to your tradition or your custom. Not in accordance to what you think, it's what Allah thinks, what He said, what He imposed. This is Islam. I think we better get off and pray Asr, otherwise we're going to be very, very late. Inshallah, our next lecture will be the last 2 commandments. بإذن الله تعالى. أقول ما تسمعون والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.